Everyone, my name is Dawn, and welcome to my Soulful Voices Circle daily oracle card reading on Patreon. Today is Monday, February 6th, 2023. We will be using the Colette Baron Reed Seven Energies Oracle card deck today. I am actually going to pull a card for today and tomorrow. For this particular reading, I have something to do tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I bring you a recording rather than just, putting up a card. I like to do as many recordings as I can, but there are some days when I am not able to do that. So, anyway, let's get into today's reading. I hope everybody had a nice weekend, and I would be curious to hear if the reading that we did for the weekend rang true in your life over the last couple of days. So if you want to share that, please, feel free to comment in our comment section, either for the actual reading last Friday that I posted, or you can comment on today's video also. Okay, so let's close our eyes and get into our breathing. I have actually already called in the angels and guides before this recording, and I've asked the divine light to surround us and enfold us and to protect us from any lower negative energies. I am feeling very much a sense of gratitude today. This is a very strong energy that is coming through for me at this time. So let's take a deep breath and focus on gratitude. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. So at this time, just take a moment to think about something, just one thing that you are grateful for. Keep your eyes closed and keep focus on your breath at this time. Just feel the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Just notice your body. See if you feel tingling anywhere, maybe in your crown or your face or your throat, maybe in your feet or your hands. Anywhere, just take note of any sensations that you may feel in your body right now. Take another deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Okay, let's get into our reading for February 6th and 7th, 2023. Let's see what the Seven Energies Oracle card deck wants us to know today. What do we need to know and understand today? What is the most important thing coming in for us? Okay. The card I'm pulling, it says exposed and revealed, exposed and revealed. So this card is about it's about coming to a better understanding of your situation and to having just more clarity about what is going on in your life. And it could also be that there is something coming in that is going to be revealed to you. And then when you see this thing come in, it's going to be very clear to you what it is. And this card has a lot of energy to do with our intentions and being clear about what we want to do, who we want to do it with, exposing yourself for who you truly are, and not acting in a way that goes against your integrity. This is the energy that is coming in for me right now. So your intentions are coming to the forefront. Your intentions are basically on the table at this time and really looking at what those are. Okay? What are your motivations for doing things? Have you been hiding behind a mask? Now is the time for the mask to fall away and for you to be your true self, to honor who you are. Even if there's something that you may have done that you're not proud of, you wish you don't really want the world to know about, and nobody's saying that you have to share all of your business, but even if there's something about you that others may not see you in the highest light, or you may feel that others will think less of you, it is still time to put your cards on the table. And this, like I said, not to say that you have to reveal your private things, but to really just come forward in truth as to who you are, and to forgive yourself also for the things that you might not be, you know, comfortable with having done or thought, or a behavior, some maybe some a way that you treated somebody. So let's see what exposed and revealed is 21 here in the deck. Okay, so it says here, healing shame, the imposter syndrome, letting go of self-condemnation, freedom from past unresolved wounds, focusing on self-worth, the underlying beauty in rejection. When you experience shame, you don't just feel you've done something wrong, you feel like you are wrong, fundamentally flawed. Know that life loves you and the universe doesn't make junk, only magic. However, many social interactions, especially online, are steeped in distorted, unhealthy ways of expressing pain by shaming. Here is the way out of this. See shame as the heart wrenching cry for help that it is. Consider whether you could have been triggered in the outer world by unresolved issues that matched all your inner pain points. If someone is shaming you, perhaps you have triggered them. How miserable they must be to expend their energy on such toxicity. They are drinking poison, hoping you will get sick. You cannot love someone out of their shame. You can only show compassion for both them and yourself. Set a healthy boundary and refuse to fan the flames. Look upon shame as an opportunity for growth, evolution, healing, and freedom. With this in mind, you let go of your attachment or to control. Admit that this emotion isn't something you have power over, and surrender to a higher power. There is a sacred quality to the vulnerability inherent in admitting you can't do this alone. When you allow yourself to be laid open in this way, you gain a beautiful new perspective. Then the healed shame has the infinite power of the divine to set you free. So, again, this goes to your self worth and feeling bad about maybe something that you did, or maybe somebody is shaming you. And, I think very much of bullies who, they try to shame you, make you feel bad, um, because they themselves are feeling bad. So, what does this energy tell me? This energy tells me that you have some unhealed things going on. We all do, right? I mean, there are a very select few people who are completely healed, and life is constantly bringing us things. So, how one actually completely heals everything is really an evolving situation. You may feel completely healed one moment, and then something else happens in life, and you have to start the process of healing over again. The key here is to being able to identify when you're being triggered by something and what that wound is, what the wounded aspect of yourself is, what is emerging as the wounded aspect of yourself. And when you can identify this, then you can begin the process of acknowledging it and then releasing it, right? Honoring the feeling that is coming through, getting a greater understanding of why, the why, that why, what is the reason that you are feeling and experiencing this in this moment, and then allowing your body to alchemize it, process it, your soul to alchemize, process it, and release it. So this is what is happening now. You are in the process of seeing all these things about yourself, and some of it you're liking, some of it you're not liking. There are people who are triggering you, and you're trying to figure out how to deal with all that. Okay? So this is saying forgive yourself for the things that you do not feel honor you, that things that maybe you feel have not been in your highest good, and recognize them, and then figure out how to move through them, right? And evolve with it, and what are the lessons that you're taking with it. And if somebody is out there making you feel bad, shaming you, coming at you in a way that is unpleasant, name calling, um, blaming, any type of energy that's coming at you this way is not a reflection of who you are, but it is exposing and revealing the other person for who they are and the toxic energy that they hold. And when they come at you this way, it's because they are not healed, right? So you want to then try to have some compassion for them. So there are a lot of messages coming through with this particular card. It's for you as a conscious observer of your life experience. You're a conscious observer of what it is that you are going through in that moment, and who you are interacting with, and how are you responding to it. When you become a conscious observer, you then are able to look outside of the situation and look in, to see then from a higher perspective of what is best for yourself. Okay, and you can say what you might also think is best for the other person, but we cannot decide what is best for the other person. Okay, yeah, can you decide if you have an infant what is best for the infant? Yes, but if we are talking about grown people, um, that we are dealing with different dynamics, even if you're dealing with a young child, you can only teach even a young child what is best for themselves to a certain degree. So we have to, again, go into this observer mode as to what you are observing, how this is affecting you, what light you can bring to the situation, and how you can take this situation and make it work for your highest good. Okay? And not, you cannot worry about somebody else's response to how you become this conscious observer to the things that are coming up, the things that are being exposed and revealed in your life. Okay, let me take a sip of water and then see what the second card is, the card for tomorrow, Tuesday, February 7th. And again, I just want to remind you that as a trained card reader, what I am here to do is to feel into the energy. I use my intuition to do that. I get the message and I have to follow what the angels are bringing to me, what my intuition is bringing to me, my higher self. And that goes along with reading from the book, and that is how we form a reading. It is not necessarily 100% what is written in this book. It is about understanding the flow of information that is coming in at the time in which the card is pulled. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that. So if the expose and reveal doesn't fall exactly, or any card doesn't fall exactly with the as what the book is saying, it does not mean the reading is wrong. It means that this is a pointer for what needs to be identified at this time. Okay, so let's see. We have for Tuesday, February 7th. What do we need to know and understand in order to align with our highest good? I'm getting this card coming through. It is in reverse also. The land between, the land between. So this is about not indecision, even though it could be. But it's really not about indecision. It's really being about being between two different um, points in your life. And the middle part is about the transition from one thing to the other. But you have like your foot in two places, right? You have your foot here and you have your foot here, and you're trying to figure out how you make the switch over, right? So, for those of us who are here listening to this and are going through some type of spiritual awakening and we're not quite sure which direction to go, it's okay to be in this, the land between, because it's in the land between where you learn so much. It's where you really begin to identify who you are, what's coming up for you, and there's so much information that flows in the land between. And it is this, like I said, the point where you are ready to move forward, moved in a different direction, but you either haven't quite decided, you need more information, you're waiting for a few more pieces to fall into place. You're waiting for the signs from spirit to bombard you. So this is the energy. So how does this read together with today's card? So exposed and revealed and the land between is all about figuring it out. Figuring it out where you want to be, figuring out what serves you best, surrendering the things that don't. What other information do you need? What do you want to seek out? What are the tools that you want to um, fine tune, right? So that is how you, when you begin to reveal those things within yourself and you become your more true authentic self, right? And things in your life are exposed and revealed for what they are. Then you begin the process of coping and dealing with it and healing it, not just coping, but healing it. And it is this in this process of healing that you are in the land between. So, in the land between, there are a lot of gifts that you will discover, there are a lot of tools that you will discover. So, when you get this card, it is a message for you to really begin to become comfortable with not knowing, to be comfortable in unsteady ground. And this is interesting because I think of the earthquake in Turkey and Syria and the unfortunate um, loss of life that has taken place there in the last, 24 hours. Um, but when you see that, you see the ground breaking open. And when the ground breaks open, It means that there's something within you that is also opening up, right? That needs to be healed and repaired, right? So that is what I am seeing here. Okay, so number 40. Oh, it says, being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be, a time of waiting and evolving, gray areas, something essential yet still in development, metamorphosis. You're in a process of change. You know that you were called to it and you can no longer be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You are in between what was and what could be, in a pupal stage, like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly. And last week we talked about the butterfly. However, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. And that's what I was saying. The unsteady, things that, are shifting beneath our feet. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and become something new. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. If What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore this stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things really get interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the moment, how to see in the dark. Exposed and revealed. How to see in the dark when you're in the land in between. Okay. You learn how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace, which is what I said, lessons. What lessons are coming up? Um, because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be a part of you. Then whatever was set in motion comes to life. This is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. So that's what I was saying. This is where you're learning. This is where you're gathering. This is where the change is coming in. And even though it may be scary, it's a great place to be, because it is the place that you have to go through to get to the next thing, to get to the other side. But you cannot skip to the other side. You have to be present in this place right now, in the in between, before you can take that next step. So that is the reading for today and tomorrow. Um, Start, get a little notepad or a journal and jot down what comes up for you over the next couple of days. Where in your life are you in this in between space, right? And what can you do to help yourself heal and navigate through that space? So I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.